Texas is in a very unique place today of all the 50 states, and my suggestion is that there are probably 49 other governors that would dearly love to be standing up here making the announcement that I'm getting to be able to make today in their home states. This is good news, and we are celebrating in North Richland Hills today. And it's not just good news for this community, not just good news for the Metroplex, it's good news for the entire state of Texas. And I'll suggest to you, even it's good news for America, as America becomes competitive back in this arena again. And you know, the fact of the matter is, none of us are strangers to the stream, a steady stream of bad news on the economic side over the last 2 or 3 years. And this global economic crisis has been hitting this country, and you know, Texas has gotten a higher than average amount of economic good news during that period of time, though. And part of that is because these individuals on this stage, both your local leaders and national and state leaders, worked awfully hard to help put Texas at this unique position. And we're big believers that innovation needs to be rewarded, that employers are the ones that can best decide how their companies can succeed. And you know, here today we're seeing more fruits of those labors as we welcome the return of a key manufacturer to this area and the 250 or so jobs that are going to accompany the revival of this facility. Those jobs, those families that are going to be very positively impacted are they're a tribute to what I consider to be that can-do spirit that we have in our state. And that old Texas work ethic's pretty hard to beat. Those qualities thrive in an economic climate that we've worked awfully hard to foster over the course of the last 7, 8 years. I tell people, I said, I'm just a little animal science major from down there in College Station, but I get it when it comes to the principles of governing. They're really pretty simple. Number one is don't spend all the money. And secondly, have a tax and a regulatory climate that's fair and predictable. Have a legal system that doesn't allow for oversuing. Fund an accountable public school system, which basically says to these companies like Prestige-Ameritechs that you come here and the skilled workforce will be in place. You can find the men and women who will be there to fill those jobs. Whether you're a manufacturing concern, whether you're a medical technology company, or whether you're one of the global leaders in the industrial world like Caterpillar, who announced last year that they're going to consolidate all of their engine manufacturing in the world in Seguin, Texas. You know, those are the building blocks. Those 4 simple principles are the building blocks that make Texas so much more attractive to employers, because they know that we are focused on creating jobs, not fighting down at the courthouse, having a skilled workforce that can fill the jobs that they're creating. And I think I speak for everyone on this stage today, particularly those that work in the Texas legislature. It really makes me proud to see these individuals who are making these tough, courageous decisions on this stage today. They're the reason that employees like Prestige-Ameritechs chose to come to the state of Texas. The jobs that this company are bringing back to North Richland Hills will lead to paychecks, to feed families, to pay the mortgages, to fund the education efforts that we have in this state. The jobs that they're creating are part of a great overall trend in this state, where our unemployment rate's one of the lowest among the nation's 10 largest states. Matter of fact, we created more private sector jobs in the state of Texas in the last decade than any state in the nation. In the manufacturing sector, Texas gained 2,400 jobs in January, 2,900 jobs in February. which represents the highest monthly gain in manufacturing employment since June of 2006. Jobs like these help keep our unemployment rate about a percentage point and a half below the national average. And that confidence that is bolstered by the fact that Texas is still the top exporting state in the nation. I might add, for the 8th year in a row, Texas has held that title. We're still home to more Fortune 500 companies than any state in the nation. And it's very clear that our economy at its core is still strong. And I want to congratulate this company. I want to say especially thanks to Dan Reese and to Mike Bowen for having the courage to pursue your vision for not just this company, but for people whose lives are going to be changed forever in a very positive and a powerful way. But also, as I was sharing with Congressman Barton, that Texas is becoming an epicenter of companies like Prestige-Ameritechs and companies that are in the medical, not just devices, but in the effort to find the cures. The $3 billion that the state of Texas committed year before last to find the cure for cancer. That's the type of focus, that's the type of effort, that's the type of commitment the state of Texas is making to these very key roles in the control of diseases. So I want to commend you for your success. I encourage you to continue striving, and thank you for making our state a better place to live, and I might add, a healthier place to live. God bless you, and through you, may God continue to bless the great state of Texas.